The issue of baby dumping have been increasing day by day. These babies have been dumped into various places such as in the toilet, dustbin, river, and even on the street. Most of these babies are found dead and some others are still alive. The report by Abbas mentioned that from 2014 to May 2019, there have been 1,011 recorded cases of baby dumping. Of those cases, 64% of the babies were found dead and majority of them died shortly after being rescued. In Malaysia, more than 18,000 teenage girls get pregnant each year and majority of it are unplanned pregnancy. Countries like Malaysia and Indonesia has a strict abortion law. The termination of a pregnancy is generally only permitted if a doctor deems that by furthering the pregnancy poses a danger to the mother's life. Therefore, most pregnant girls are stuck in between having an illegal abortion that might be harmful to their health or raising a child with no support. A few reasons on baby dumping. The first one is unwanted pregnancy. In most cases are on teenage pregnancy. Poor parenting control, peer influence or pressure, and lack of sex education. A common misunderstanding that always happens among the public is whereby introducing sex education to teenagers and children will only encourage them to have sex at a young age. But, according to a report by UNICEF, children armed with information regarding sex education have fewer partners and become sexually active much later in life than those without. What actually is baby dumping? Baby dumping, according to Modi Morka, involves leaving a child where they may or may not be found by others. The increasing of it has become a serious phenomenon in Malaysia. Despite various steps taken by the government, the community or parents, the statistics of baby dumping keep increasing day by day. To overcome this issue, we first should identify the causes that have been contributing to baby dumping in our country to come up with a solution that will prevent cases of it to keep increasing.
For the SWOT analysis, for the strength, it has many relevant data for chosen topic. It is common use every year in most countries, local and international cases, and it involves multiple parties such as individuals, parents, school, and government. And for the weakness, it is sensitive issues to be talked about. Increment on the number of cases of baby dumping, the society ignorance on these cases, and people have low awareness on these cases. While for the opportunity, it is a broad topic to be discussed in all aspects. The increase in people awareness about baby dumping, it can analyze potential root cause of baby dumping and also can help to lower the death rate. The prevention method can be helped to avoid baby dumping and can provide support and assistance to the victims. While for the threats, it is innocent casualties, lack of sex education in teenagers. Baby dumping is a new norm to people nowadays, and peer influence increase the number of new cases increase.
The title of our case study is Factors that Contribute to Baby Dumping. Now let's move to the introduction. What is baby dumping? Baby dumping refers to discarding or leaving alone a child younger than 12 months of age in a public or private setting for an extended period of time with the intention to dispose the child. A study recently shows us 577 cases in Malaysia from year 2014 to 2018. The reason why baby dumping issue is very serious is because it impacts the individual, the family of the victim, and also the society. The factors that contribute to baby dumping are major deficiency of certain parties in playing their role properly. They were individuals, schools, parents, and also the government.
So one of the factors of the causes that baby dumping is individual perspective or the parents of the baby itself. So from these reported cases, it shows that the number of baby dumping cases in Malaysia from 2014 to 2018 it increased significantly. This means that these cases can't be taken lightly. So why baby dumping occur? Because from individual factor, first, there has no desire to keep their newborn baby. In Malaysia, baby dumping occur because normally the baby were born outside of marriage. So they know that they will have the idea of the parenthood and have to bear the responsibility. Thus, they want to escape this kind of experience, they throw away the baby. Second, from psychological perspective, the parent or the mother will suffer from depression, which is the side effect of hormonal changes after delivery. So at the time, their state of mind persuade themselves that they cannot provide enough support for the baby needs and future, in which, in Malaysia, premarital sex or prenatal violence is deeply shameful and they will be rejected by the society. This makes them there to dispose the baby. So for the third point is because the young mother have heavy financial consequence, especially when they are teenager and they doesn't have any finance support on themselves. when the baby does not have legitimate father, the mother is responsible in raising the child. Hence, when they want to avoid this responsibility, they throw the baby away. And for the last point, it's because the mother or the parent does not receive the right education or knowledge of sex and marriage at the early stage of their growth. So, when something happens when they have their having an intended baby after having sex without protection, the mother of an intended baby will do not know what to do, and this will lead to baby dumping because they don't have the knowledge on what to act or how they should act.
Other factors is that parents not paying attention to their children. Parents are not being vigilant and attentive to their children's activities and behavior as they are growing up. The children are more prone to be exposed to the reality of the world, and this will cause the child to behave and do bad things in their life as they are having lack of love, attention, and care from their family. For instance, when the children are free to do things without their parents' permission, such as going out, this will induce them to follow people with bad attitude and lead them to doing bad things such as unprotected sex. Second is that parents also not becoming a good role model and not becoming second teacher in their family. A good role model is when the parents only show them the good things to do as a human being and how to live in a healthy lifestyle. If they are not aware of amplifying these habits by not giving them guidance with some basic sex education and also not teaching them to differentiate between correct and wrong things to do in any situations. Like for instance, when they're spending more time together, they are not using this opportunity to communicate with children to give a better understanding of what their children are actually doing.
Next, we continue on how school contributes to the baby dumping issue. From my research, I found that there are 2 points that may contribute. The first point are lack of sex education and knowledge itself is not enough. For the first point, when there is lacking about sex education among students, it will not it will make them unaware about the impact of this issue. Will finally leads them to involve more in social problem where they are exposed to free sex, unplanned pregnant, and at the end will increase the number of baby being dumped. From research also I found that 1,000 baby dumping cases were recorded between 2010 and May 2019 in Malaysia only. Other than that, knowledge itself is not enough. If we already know about sex and we don't apply it in our life, we still gonna contribute to the increase of number of this case. Why? Because we still continue to repeat the same mistake. So it's better for us to incorporate this in school curriculums where they will enhance the social skill, awareness, and the global citizenship. Finally, it will easily spread the awareness about how crucial this issue is among people, as we all know how bad it is. The data shown in the text box on the right side of the slide is the proof how bad the issue now in Malaysia. So from there, we can increase the awareness by using the student as the awareness spreading agent. And finally, we can lower this case overall. That's all for me. Thank you.
So now, let's discuss about how the government influence the issues of baby dumping. We all know that the government have put a lot of efforts in uprooting the crimes of baby dumping over the past few years. For example, their role including carry out various programs and strategies like conducting campaigns, for instance, Save a Life. Moreover, they also have built infrastructures and facilities like the care center Baby Hedge and law enforcement. But still, even though numerous actions have been taken, like described here above, but the number of cases still increased in Malaysia. For example, 103 incidents recorded in 2014 and then increased to 128 cases in 2018. So why? One of the reasons can be caused by the government absurdity in lawmaking. For instance, lawmakers in Turkey are trying to introduce a new law called Marry Your Rabbits in 2017. So basically, It is a law that allows a man that is accused for raping an underage can avoid of getting punishment and jail by marrying their victims. You can see from this picture, we can see that the women are trying to protest in Istanbul in 2017 because of this law. This obviously can lead to statutory rape and also legalizing raping as well. The thing is, when raping is legalized, this can in turn promote the cases of raping, then which in turn increase the number of unwanted pregnancies. As a result, baby dumping can occur at the end if the victim doesn't want the baby. This happened in Turkey, but it doesn't mean that it will not happen in Malaysia, because there's an MP say there's nothing wrong with meeting to marry their rapids. Even some 9 years old can marry in 2017. In other words, he is trying to introduce this law in Malaysia. Next, baby dumping can also be caused by lacking in the implementation of laws. For example, according to this Malaysian Penal Code, dumping a baby is regarded as a criminal offence that is punishable with the imprisonment of a term up to 7 years or with fine or both. But if we compare to the mandatory death penalty for intentional murder, it is obviously not compelling enough. Baby also die when they're dumb. So why the intentional murderer get the mandatory death penalty but not the baby dumper? A police statistic showed that out of 10 baby dumped, 7 end up dead. So as a result, they are not afraid of this law and then reflections and suggestions. As said by me, as we were doing the government part, we noted that they have put many efforts on solving this problem, but none of this seems very effective and the strength is still increasing. For example, the laws are not compelling enough, such only mandatory death penalty for intentional murder, but only jail or fine for killing their baby. The impeachment penalty are not even lifetime too. As for the suggestions, we should pay more concerns to the mother too. Maybe they have their reason of doing this. If we stand at the mother's side and think, maybe we can think of a solution and prevent them from killing their child. Because part of their actions are because of we judging them too. As said by Aina and Natasha, when we were going through the statistics and the journals, we realized that this issue is very serious in our country. In the meantime, we also accidentally found some image of the baby that have been dumped in a garbage can, dump site, and flushed down the toilet, even being thrown in the river. It is quite shocking seeing how people can easily throw away their child like that as they do not have any sympathy toward the baby or any empathy in them. Some of them, either the mothers or their partner, even amputated the baby before throwing them in the drain. The worst case is that when the baby die because no one even cared about them after they were dumped, and some see this but that rather stand as a standard, like some watching some show. Only few people who care. Why this happened? Because nowadays people only thought that your problem is your problem and my problem is my problems. And next, said by Nelson Jones, every victim or individual who were involved in these cases should be given proper counseling and a second chance to change. Furthermore, all parties must take action in dealing with these baby dumping issues, especially the teenagers, because they were more prone to be involved in this kind of things, and the parents must take extra responsibility by keeping an eye to their children's behavior at home and when they were going outside, no matter how busy they are.
For the conclusion, we can conclude that individuals' mentality, schools, parents and government plays a significant role in contributing baby dumping in Malaysia. In order to prevent this issue from becoming worse, these parties should take necessary actions. The whole nation should stay united to prevent this issue. Thank you.